Okay. Today, I'm going to be talking about my presentation, which is wildlife conservation. Here's the central idea and lines of inquiry. And there are many reasons of wildlife, but I'd like to talk about this point right here, which is for the preservation and protection of plants, animals, and different wildlife. This is important as many species in real life are important to us and just nature in general. So we need to make sure to protect any and every species. And there are also many benefits of wildlife conservation, but I like to talk about this one right here, medicinal value. This is important as many plants and animals are the keys to medicines to very deadly diseases, as most importantly, which are plants, as they contain a lot of chemicals that can help us beat many dangerous diseases. Here are some pictures of environments destroyed by human activity. And then here are some animals that are going extinct and that we need to help. The pangolin, Tasmanian tiger, black rhino, orangutan, and sayola. And there are also many animals that have been saved by wildlife conservationists and scientists, and I've shortlisted 6 of them here. The southern white rhino, panda, Arabian oryx, gray wolf, northern brown kiwi, and Louisiana black bear. Here, there are many reasons that I've shortlisted for why wildlife is going extinct. But I'd like to focus on the first two, which is loss of habitat and invasive species. Both are caused by humans and are very important factors of wildlife extinction. And loss of habitat happens whenever us humans cut down trees and forests and pollute waters, and animals don't have other places to go. And invasive species also happens whenever we bring over creatures from different places to a specific location where that type of creature has never existed before. And if it goes loose in the wild, it can cause many problems in the wild. And how will I make a difference? My action? I'll help clean up the environment by doing up a weekly cleanup service and by helping people to clean up the beaches in Jakarta for fishes to have better lives and for people to go swimming. Here I've shortlisted 4 animal aiding organizations. Here's my exhibition journalist screenshot, and here's an email that I've sent to Zoo. There's only 2 challenges that I faced so far. Number 1 is that I faced the challenge with the Gambira Loka Zoo, as when I contacted them via email, they didn't reply back. And as I was busy with other things, it was very hard to complete the presentation. And it took a lot of time and work. Here's the bibliography. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Harika CCT. I'm going to explain my exhibition topic, food wastage. My caption for this topic is Love Food and Hate Waste. With this presentation, I want to create an awareness to reduce food wastage. I propose a few central ideas to my class teacher, and this is the final one. Creating awareness to conserve food resources can reduce food wastage. I chose the topic food wastage because every year millions of people die of hunger. I think by creating awareness and by changing our practices a little will help save lives. I have created many logos and this is my final one. In this, a person is throwing a half-eaten apple instead of sharing or store it and eat it later. This is the planning page of my exhibition journal where I showed how I chose my topic, central idea, and lines of inquiry. I became principled and improved my time management skills. I made this poster computer digitally and this is my new learning. Food wastage. When we waste food, we not only throw out perfectly edible calories, we also squander the land, water, energy, labor, capital, and environmental damage it embodies. Around 1 billion people will eat too much, around 1 billion people will go to bed hungry, or 2,000 people will die from hunger. Food loss is divided into two parts, food loss and food waste. Food loss starts at the supply chain, even before food reaches the consumer. Food loss occurs at every level by post-harvesting, processing, and distribution. Food waste also happens at the end of the supply chain. Discarding food either before or after it's spoiled is a key part of food waste. Before researching, I thought only food wastage means stealing away food from a hungry mouth. And after researching, I found n number of impacts, such as loss of soil fertility and biodiversity, landfill spaces, wasted resources like energy and labor, emission of greenhouse gases, and water, wastage of water. From my research, I found that 13% of food production is getting wasted. Then I tried to find out when so much of food is getting wasted, then how can I contribute in reducing the waste? Then I got to know that these are the best ways like cooking just enough, order what you can finish and use what is left and eat what will spoil soon. We must act responsible and help in reducing food wastage. I collected data on food wastage and summarized it in this slide. I faced many challenges during the exhibition. I learned a lot during this process. I prepared a Google survey form and collected information on food wastage from others. I learned biocompost from kitchen waste and it's a 40 days process. And here are the web links for the actions. The survey form I got 79 responses so far. This is the bibliography and sources of research. We could end hunger if we wanted to. It's a matter of will, not production or technology. We Need the Will by Jordan Figueredo. Now I expect you will think twice before you waste food. Thank you.
Thank you, Harika.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rashi Kapadia and I'm from grade 5A. My exhibition topic is cybercrime. The central idea ever since the increased rates of cybercrime. Here are my lines of inquiry, and here is my logo. The ACC on my logo stands for Anti-Cybercrime. Why I chose this topic. I chose this topic because it's a serious world issue and it's growing day by day, which is why we should create more awareness and be aware about cybercrime. Here's the poster that I made. I tried to include the facts of what is cybercrime, how is it dangerous, effects, ways to prevent, and types. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is a crime committed by a computer or targeted to a computer. In simple words, cybercrime is a crime committed online. The different types of cybercrime are email and internet fraud, identity fraud, theft of financial or card payment data, theft and sale of corporate data, cyber extortion, cryptojacking, and cyber espionage. Why is cybercrime dangerous? Cybercrime violates one's privacy and security of their data, which can lead to serious issues. The effects of cybercrime on individuals or victims, business organizations, society, piracy, which means illegal, social media, and education. Evolution of cybercrime. How to prevent cybercrime. Use strong passwords, manage your social media settings, never open attachments and spam emails, talk to your children about the internet for awareness, use antivirus software, do not give out personal information online, be mindful which websites you visit. Real-life example of cybercrime. Jonathan James was a 15-year-old who hacked into NASA and Pentagon, but his online activities led him to the list of cybercriminals. Here's the survey I conducted and I sent it to a few teenagers. Challenges I faced. I faced difficulties in researching about real-life examples of cybercrime, and it was also difficult to gather the information about how it may affect individuals as a society. What I learned that cybercrime is a serious issue and we need to create more awareness about it so that no one would become victims of this crime. We must take our precautions. How will I take action? I will keep every software up to date and will make sure my network is secure. I will only visit safe sites and make sure that I aware my friends and other people around me so that they can be safe too. I will make sure of my social media handles and not reveal my personal information to anybody. Conclusion. After researching and making my project, I would like to conclude by saying that cybercrime is a growing issue and we need to create more awareness about it so that even the government would make stricter laws and rules regarding this issue. Here's my bibliography. Thank you.
Thank you, Rashi.
Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas. My topic is about interpreting perspective in students. My simple idea is interpreting perspective in students related to students with science. Why I pick this topic? Because thinking perspective students, the world is suffering, and I think it is the most important knowledge ever. Compassion motivates people to do art of theory to help others. In this both argumentative behavior and included spread awareness. And learning. I have set daily goals and routine goals and it's really adequate to really creative success throughout the good articles before anything in the second level. My teacher and I can help me whenever I ask them. Right? Holy society, active kindness and constructive techniques for grief and help the recovery. There are many ways to be kind compassionate to someone who needs help, empathy, compassion. Volunteer your time. Encourage others to relate to child to the drive of education. In the community, make holidays special by adding a local therapy to it. Visit cultivate and make relations. Share your talent of business for top action that reflects compassion. Encourage to teach empathy. Encourage your children to talk about and name their feelings. When ask other people's behavior and feelings. We ask when someone shows or doesn't show empathy. Talk to your child about feelings, empathize with them. Model empathy. Use empathetic language. Use non-verbal cues. How can we give compassion? So when you listen to your words, start more importantly, they will learn from observing your actions. When you can see practice a random act of compassion. The kind of gesture can be the one that only compassion can be by speak Mara Boli. Source of which I use newspaper, internet, surveys, TV shows, TV read, and more. Here are some fact stories. Journalists are bibliography. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Hello everyone, I am Myra Jaswal and today I'll be presenting with the topic loss of biodiversity. This is my central idea and lines of inquiry. Central idea. Loss of biodiversity will lead to irreparable loss to the ecosystem. My logo. This logo represents how animals bring a change in our life. They make life more colorful and also bring a positive change on Earth. What is biodiversity? It is the variety of of life on Earth in all its forms within complex ecosystems. We need biodiversity. Biodiversity helps us. Biodiversity provides us shelter, manufacturing, produce sugars, consume CO2, food, crop pollination, clothing, fabrics, etc. Number of years used for paper yearly are 4 billion. Worldwide yearly production of top 4 major types of livestock is 875 billion. What is the meaning of loss of biodiversity? Means a decrease in biodiversity within a species. Why is biodiversity important? It is essential for plant reproduction, help in food production, break down organic matter into nutrients, act as major carbon sinks, and they help us fight climate change. What causes loss of biodiversity? Recreation, tourism, development, illegal wildlife trade, over-exploitation of natural environment and resources. What are the effects of loss of biodiversity? Climate change, decreased food security, loss of livelihoods, etc. How to stop loss of biodiversity? Reduce climate change, education, prevent overhunting and overfishing, buy sustainable, protect local habitats and make wildlife welcome, prevent species invasion, compost, volunteer, research, and learn more. My drawings and work I have done. This shows that This shows, for example, if the topmost animal in the food chain goes extinct, for example, shark, the food it used to eat will overpopulate. The food that it eats, for example, goldfish, it will be consumed 3 times faster. These are the pictures of my journal. Few evidences. Various platforms I use to research are documentaries, news articles, posters, videos. Look closely at nature. Every species is a masterpiece, exquisitely adapted to the particular environment in which it has survived. Who are we to destroy or even diminish biodiversity? By E.O. Wilson. This is my bibliography. This is the link of my wiki page, which I created for compiling all of my research work. And thank you.
Thank you, Raj. Thank you, Myra.
Exhibition topic, Gender Equality by Aaron Cole. This is my central idea in light of inquiry. Central idea, we can ensure equal opportunities for women by respecting and empowering them. This is my logo. Why I chose this topic. I picked this topic because days like International Women's Days are celebrated all over the world, but despite of a great deal of progress, women and girls continue to face discrimination. Women empowerment means women having power on and control over their own lives by making their own choices. Women's sense of self-worth, determine their own choice, influence social change for themselves and others. What is gender equality? People of all genders having equal rights. Female employees receiving different pay, asking married employees to leave their ring at home, resigning on becoming pregnant or not hiring. It ends discrimination towards women, it provides equal opportunities, it stimulates economic growth. How will gender equality happen in development? By not hiring to having a job to urbanization leads to economic growth. Women empowerment equal empowering nation. How the economic growth over the past 50 years is attributed to girls having better access to education. Girls and women continue to face significant challenges all around the world. Women are typically underrepresented in power and decision-making roles. Raise happy and healthy children, reach their full potential, less likely to get married young, contribute to their country economy. They live fulfilled and productive lives, have feel sustainable economies. sponsor girl child marriage, our approach to helping girls escape gender inequality by women's empowerment gifts. I developed time and self-management skills. I researched daily. I recorded all my exhibition work. I recorded all my research work in my exhibition journal regularly. Here's some scanned evidence. These are the points of organization of women empowerment. These are the success stories of women empowerment. These are the facts. This is the data on how many male and female are all around the world. These are the quotes of women empowerment. This is my bibliography. Thank you.
Esther, we are waiting.
When should I start? Animal cruelty. Logo. I designed this logo using Canva as platform. Why choose this topic? I choose my topic as animal cruelty because animals are treated very badly. I even want to make people understand that many animals are dying because of us, and they are even very important for our ecosystem, and Earth even belongs to them. Central idea, we should be kind to animals as how we treat them reflect us. What is animal cruelty? Cruelty to animal is when a person harms or even kills an animal or pet. The animal that suffers could be stolen, or it could be the owner abusing their own pet. Challenges I faced. I had problem making digital logo, posting research work on Wakelet, but thankfully I learned how to do this all. Animal cruelty around the world. Out of 65% of all abused are dogs. 10 million animals die because of abuse every year. Animals are killed in slaughterhouse for human consumption. On average, 250,000 animals were victims of animal hoarding. Statistics on animal abuse reveal that there are over 10,000 puppy animals in the United States. Because of exhausted bird trade, 1/3 of parrot species are in danger. Other alternatives. Use other materials for fashion items. Do not use fur. Make skincare and makeup with natural ingredients so that we do not need to test on animals. Animals killed for fur: dog, puppy, fox, bobcat, beavers, minks, and rabbit. Fur farm. Raw power cage stacked on top of each other, living in a tiny cage and being bred from. These animals suffer from severe physical damage that they often fight, self-mutilate, and eat each other. Dog abuse. In South Korea, dogs are intentionally farmed for human consumption. They are given little food, usually no water, and live outdoors in small cages without no protection. Dog meat is mostly eaten by older males. Since 2015, HSI worked on the ground in South Korea to shut down more than a dozen farms and rescue more than 2,000 dogs who have found loving homes in US, Canada, the UK, and Netherlands. Raccoon abuse. Raccoon lives are often cut short by cruel humans who covet their fur. Raccoons are often hunted by starved dogs and often suffer in steel jaw traps, where they endure hours of agony before they are killed, or chew an arm or leg of an effort to escape. Rabbit. Abyssinian rabbits are killed earlier for their skins. They spend their entire miserable lives in a thin cage. Fur farmers kill rabbits using cruel methods. Mink abuse. Minks are raised and killed for fur in small, dirty cages and are denied any opportunity to swim. Therefore, it's really common to see these mink bobbing their heads and facing a sign of severe physical stress. Bibliography. How we can decrease animal cruelty. Be a responsible pet owner. Be an example of kindness to other pets. Intervene if witness animal cruelty, abuse, or neglect. Report animal cruelty, abuse, or neglect. Teach your children to have respect for animals. Demand stricter laws for the protection of animals. Shelter an animal in need. Consider that neglect of animal can be closely linked to domestic violence. Educate people around you about the issue. Offer help to people who are overwhelmed with their animals.
Thank you. Do you still want to buy the products made of animals?
Preston, are you ready? Start.
Hello, my name is Preston Davis Chan. My topic for the exhibition is materialism. My central idea is how materialism can hinder the growth of a student and affect their emotional well-being and emotional intelligence. TD theme is where we are in place and time. These are my lines of inquiry. Why I chose this topic. I chose this topic because materialism can spoil a student in terms of studies and education. It also can give the person a lot of stress and also tamper with the child's growth. My logo. I had one logo, but I finally settled on this new one because it's more clear. My process. I researched a lot of people who are materialistic in the world, and there are a lot, and so on. My poster. Who has a more satisfied life? Rich people or normal people? The answer is normal people. Rich people are mostly found to be materialistic, meaning they always want what other people have and they don't have. What is emotional well-being? Emotional well-being is the quality of how you react to things. Emotional well-being. How to have a good emotional well-being is on this image. Ways to foster positive thinking. Recall positive life events. Practice mindfulness. Perform acts of kindness and express gratitude. Remove negative people. Stay committed to your goals and others. How materialism can impact emotional well-being and emotional intelligence. How to deal with stress. Relax, communicate, avoid drugs and alcohol, know when you need help. The problem or challenge. In the world, people who are materialistic always want more, as I said, right? That means the object that they are buying is needing natural resources. Sources of research. Integration with math experiment data. Research proved that over 71% of people in the world are materialistic. My discoveries. I learned that materialism can make life miserable as you always want what everybody else has and you don't have. I also have become a better thinker. Reflection. Remember, be grateful with whatever you have. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. By Melody Beatty. Conclusion. To conclude my research, I would like to say that emotional intelligence and well-being is very important as it helps you release stress and helps you communicate in a civilized manner. My bibliography. What will I do next? I will further research more into it and continue to encourage people to be grateful like my friends, family, and others, so they won't be materialistic. Thank you for your patience and attention.
Thank you, Preston.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Abdul Shahid and I am from grade 5. Today I am going to be presenting you my exhibition on the topic obesity. This is my central central idea and lines of inquiry. Central idea. Physical exercise will improve mental stability and may help deal with obesity. I had many options of my logo in mind, but this is my final one. Why chose this topic? I chose the topic obesity because researchers show that 50% of women across the globe are either overweight or obese. The best part is that it could be controlled by little changes in our lifestyle and eating habits. Symptoms of obesity. If you know or have some difficulty or in breathing, it means that you have obesity. If you have any of these symptoms in this image, it means that you have obesity. Factors leading to obesity. Obesity is usually caused when people eat more and move less. Before, the people used to work in farms, but nowadays people don't do all the work in one place. All about obesity. Challenges of obesity. The people who have obesity will suffer from many health problems such as asthma, diabetes. Obesity will increase your blood pressure, etc. Obesity will make you lazy and you'll be tired early. These are some pictures. Causes of obesity. If you eat junk food, you will get obesity. If you sit in one place and play video games, you also might get obesity. If you eat a lot and don't do any exercise, you also might get obesity. If you have a stressful life or event, you also might get obesity. Controlling global obesity pandemic. Eat more fruits and vegetables than junk food. Exercise daily. Use a cycle or walk to go somewhere near. Eat less sugary food. Get enough sleep. Reduce our screen time. Eat high fiber foods. Eat nuts. Get a lot of calcium. Action cycle. I made a regret page and then I discussed with my teacher about how to write about in my exhibition journal. And then I started working on my model. I tried to include some math in my presentation. The people who have obesity in this world is 78% and people about to be in obese is 70.2% and people not in obese is only 36%. Conclusion. To conclude, we all can reduce the amount of junk food and increase the amount of vegetables and fruits. Adults have to try to diet at least once a week. Both children and adults have to try to do some exercise or physical activity daily. This is my brochure. Reflection. I learned to make a weighted page. I could have interviewed some more people. I could have researched more. This is my bibliography. Thank you.
Thank you, Abdul.
Hello everyone, my name is Maneet Banange and my exhibition topic is Importance of Cultural Artifacts. Here is my central idea and my line of inquiry. Central idea. Artifacts reveal cultural information and thus help students to know and understand their culture better. My logo is showing that artifacts reveal a lot about the culture where they were created. Each unexpected discovery teaches us something new about the development of our species. Artifacts can be anything that was man-made. Artifacts can be found in museums, but sometimes also in art galleries. An artifact adds to the understanding of the culture where it was created in. Things made on the artifact, like animals, religious figures, coins, some procession, etc., tells us a lot about the culture. Like geographic location, where the artifact was made. Here is my planning. Archaeologists excavate areas in which ancient cultures lived and use the artifacts found there to learn about that ancient culture. Artifacts are so important to our society today because the study of them allows us to understand how our ancestors lived, what kind of clothes did they wear, what food did they eat, what were their religious beliefs, and how they treated their dead. Here I have a picture of an Egyptian mummy. This is how the Egyptians treated their dead. I tried to find out if it's legal to own artifacts. It's legal to be the owner of artifacts, but it's illegal to buy or sell artifacts. Here is some of my evidences. Many questions have been answered thanks to the discovery of cultural artifacts. Importance of preserving artifacts. It preserves the truth of the historical story for generations to come. Here are the sources of my research: the internet, documentaries, and some books. Here are some cultural artifacts I shortlisted for some different countries. I didn't even know that artifacts can be so expensive. Artifacts can be expensive, but they still cannot be bought or sold. All of them belong to the government. I conducted a survey to see if artifacts help people learn something about their culture. To conclude, artifacts can help many students and adults to learn more about their cultures. Here is my reflection. Here's my bibliography. Thank you. The end.
Thank you, Manish.
Hello, my name is Siddhant Vaman Prabhu and my exhibition topic is animal extinction. The central idea is conserving habitats can help to decrease the rate of endangered species. And here are the lines of inquiry. The reason of choosing this topic is because this earth and this entire earth and its beings are interrelated to each other. So if they face mass extinction, indirectly or indirectly, we will be affected by the same. What is animal extinction? The term animal extinction means when a particular type of animal species are not to be seen anymore and they have died out completely. Here are the extinct animals. What causes animal extinction? There are many things that cause animal extinction, but I would only like to mention a few. Heavy poaching, natural disasters, lack of food, human predation, and loss of habitat. Why is it important to conserve habitats? There are many reasons, but I'll just try to mention a few. To help protect wildlife, for environmental protection, so that the future generations can enjoy our natural world. And also, some species cannot survive out of their own natural habitat. They will die if we do not protect their habitats. Here's my poster. Natural habitat destruction threatens biodiversity. Deforestation has destroyed 99% of the original temperate forests. Agriculture has replaced nearly all the grasslands in North America. The world's 80,000 dams disrupt both aquatic and land ecosystems. Here are some of the species on the brink of extinction. How can we prevent habitat destruction? Volunteer. If you don't have money to give, donate your time. Donate. Pay the recommended entry fee. Your donations help maintain these vital conservation areas. Speak up. Ask everyone you know to pledge to what they can do to stop wildlife trafficking. Here are some of the ways to prevent extinction. Reduce the burning of fossil fuels, reconnect with nature, protect the Earth's land masses and oceans, stand up to illegal wildlife trafficking, have a bee-friendly garden. Here's how I plan my research with Miss Satwinder. Here's me taking my mom's help, and here's me making my poster. Here are some of the pages on my journal. This is the bibliography. Thank you.
Thank you, Siddhant.
Our lifestyle and choices impact the environment. Topic: land pollution. My lines of inquiry. How does our lifestyle affect the environment? Actions which may help us heal Mother Earth. Model: PowerPoint presentation. What causes land pollution? Answer: land pollution comes from human littering, trash from ships, and also because of toxin waste. What is the threat that land pollution causes in our daily lives? Unsafe water, polluted soil that will lead to a loss of fertile land for agriculture, climate change causing change in weather, temperature, irregular weather patterns, endangerment and extinction of species that exist in wildlife. What are the effects of land pollution? How can we participate to help? Upcycle or thrift used objects to reduce the amount of resources used. Tell people to recycle, reuse, and reduce. Spread awareness. Non-biodegradable. Use non-biodegradable objects. What is non-biodegradable? Not capable of being broken down by any action of living organisms. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yes. Hi, my name is Hillary, and my topic is about Generation Alpha, transdisciplinary theme, where we are in place and time. Here's my logo. These are my previous logos that I thought weren't really right, so I chose my final one. Central idea: bringing resilience to Generation Alpha may help in building a sustainable society. Here's why I chose my topic. I thought because this was a late global issue, I thought this might be interesting for you to know about. What years are Generation Alpha? Now, these children are 10 to 11 years old, my grade. We call them tweens because they're in between childhood ages and 12, which is teenagers. Characteristics of Generation Alpha. I shortlisted some points in my research links, but I'll just be talking about this one. They're tech savvy. But why are they tech savvy? These children had technology since before they were born, so their parents gave them technology when they were born, and that's the first thing they look into. So they start relying on these phones and tablets, and when it's taken away, they lose hope. Comparison with Generation X. Because we have lots of technology and AI and technology is very popular, we will have more types of jobs in the future. Here's my poster. It is mostly about my survey that I sent to some friends in my grade. As you can see, the options that were mostly chosen were about gadgets. Is this a problem, and how can we fix this? Yes, this is a problem. You see, you adults will start relying on these children, and if they don't do well, it won't really be such a sustainable future. How can we fix this? Here's the parent's job. Identify your child's unique temperament. Deepen your relationship with them, not to teach, but to connect. Remind them of the value of stress in your past. Control the controllables and trust when you can't control realities. Choose the right tools to ensure stress doesn't become distress. Determine the narrative and metaphor they want to embrace. Children's job. Find a sense of purpose, like a hobby. Believe in your abilities. Develop a strong social network and embrace change. Be optimistic. Nurture yourself. Develop problem-solving skills and establish goods. Take action and keep on working on your skills. My process. I would like to thank my teacher for helping me and guiding me with my exhibition journal and helping me to do these slides. What I did in the process. I tested one of the Generation Alpha children. I dismantled my brother's Lego, which is a type of toy, and I investigated the way he reacted. Problems I faced. I had a little problem with my poster, but then I got to know that I could fix everything with my teacher's help. If you would like to ask me any questions, you can use my email here. Here's my bibliography. Percentage. 49% of children in America did not want to go back to school. 97% of parents thought that school just had to be playtime, and 48% chose schools to support their well-being. Ages 8 to 12 has screen times for 4 hours and 44 minutes. That's average for entertaining purposes. Ages 13 to 18, 7 hours and 22 minutes. Here's what we need to remember. If we help these children build resilience, we can make a sustainable future. What will we do to help? We can alert as many people as we can by holding up Zoom meetings with other people. We can find out more daily and research. Bring resilience to as many children as we can. Thank you, and I hope you learned something about Generation Alpha.